This short lecture is on Chapter 10, Unions. I will cover what is a union and writing SQL statements using the union command. What is a union? With a union, we have rows that are combined together from multiple result sets. Up until now, we have been working with joins. Let's compare the two. With joins, the result set contains columns that appear side by side. As with a union, we have rows. Let's look at an example of a join that we have worked on. These two tables are related, recipes to recipe classes. If you take the recipe class description from the recipe classes table and the recipe title from the recipes table, they will appear side by side as columns. With a union, the rows from two or more similar result sets are combined into a single result set. For example, here we have the representation of the union of two sets, and here we have the representation of the union of three sets. This is the syntax diagram of a basic union. We see the keyword select, all uppercase and highlighted in yellow. With each of the two select statements that you're linking with a union, it is very important that the same number of output columns are specified after each of the select statements so that the result set will have the same number of columns. For instance, your first select statement, if it has 3 columns, the second select statement must have 3 columns. Our keyword is union. We use that keyword between the two select statements. If we do not want duplicate data, we do not use the all keyword. But if we do want duplicate values, then we do use the all keyword. When we use the all keyword, the number of rows in the result set is equal to the number of rows from the first result set from the first select statement combined with the number of rows from the second result set from the second select statement. This occurs when we use the all keyword. When we do not use the all keyword, the result set will have less number of records if there are duplicates. This is the syntax diagram, again, of the basic union, but it also includes the order by clause with the option commands of ascending and descending. Notice there is one order by clause even though there are two select statements. With a union, regardless of the number of select statements, you only need one order by clause. So here we see the syntax diagram with the union all keywords and with two select statements. Notice we have two select statements that are combined with the keywords union or union all. Here we have the syntax diagram with multiple select statements, essentially 3. We have 3 select statements that are combined with union all, very similar to the previous syntax diagram that consisted of 2 select statements combined with union all. The pattern is, regardless of the number of select statements, to have a union, you just include the union word or the union all if you want duplicates between the select statements. Let's look at an example of a basic union. Suppose you were asked to create a single mailing list for customers, employees, and vendors. These are our 3 tables. Recall that your select statements, when using the union command, must have the same number of columns. Here we have a select statement from the customers table. Here we have the select statement from the employees table, and here we have the select statement from the vendors table. We have the same number of columns retrieved from each of the tables. To form our union statement, we simply move the three select statements and combine them with the union command. We have three select statements, so we would then need two union commands. The visual representation of the set is displayed here. This is customers, employees, and vendors combined. We would have the rows from all three tables in our results set. Let's look at another example. Suppose you want to list the customers and the bikes they ordered combined with the vendors and the bikes they supply. Recall, with a union, we must have the same number of columns in each of these select statements. We begin with a select statement on the customers table interjoined with the orders table interjoined with the order details table. For vendors and the bikes they supply, the select statement begins with vendors and an inner join on product vendors, followed by an inner join on products. If we take the select statement for vendors and the select statement for customers, we can combine them with the union keyword. At the very end, we can add the order by clause. Recall, only one order by clause is needed. This is the visual representation of the union of customers and vendors. We began with customers, orders, and order details, and products and product vendors. The topics covered in this short lesson were simply what is a union and writing SQL statements with the union command.